3 waves of riders will leave the starting grid for the race, the Superstock race. It's always one that we like to see Bruce Anstey in. Remember, the production race was the one that he had his debut win here at the Northwest 200, and he'll be looking to try and do something about that today before the weather closes in. Great start then for the 3 TAS boys. Ryan Farquhar we're on board with now. He's been running this Superstock bike in the Superbike race, of course, earlier, so he'll have prior knowledge, and look at that prior knowledge seems to be working for him as well as we go down Primrose and towards York for the first time. And that is a place, if you remember, that Bruce Anstey came unstuck on the opening lap a couple of years ago when he gassed it up on the way out of there and he hurt his hip. So this is a moment of caution, perhaps, Steve.
Yeah, I'd have thought so, but look at that, the Harker Kawasaki there of Ryan Farquhar as that curb cam nearly gets run over. We're on board with Bruce Anstey, the Kiwi, as he rips up the hill there. He's got his tear-off visor on there, and that will probably be gone before the end of the race. But look at this, number 8. Ryan Farquhar into the Mill Road roundabout.
Mill Road roundabout, brought to us in 1998, of course. Not very popular with the riders back then, but they've kind of got used to it year on year. Blasting up now towards Station is the next big corner on the racetrack. Station Corner, I've got to say, opening lap, Station Corner, it's the one that scares me.
Yeah, it's very fast. Flat out in 5th gear, these boys will be doing about 160 miles an hour. Remember, Michael Rutter's starting in the 2nd wave, so keep an eye on him.
Curb cam then at Station, cleaned the road nicely, not a lot of dust about now, it's tidied up just a fraction. Here we go then, Slipstream City down towards University, between the hedges. They try and straight line this as much as they can through here. There's a couple of little kinks in it, but side by side, what a sight. 3 TAS bikes. Hector Neal will be on his feet.
He certainly will. Just look at that. There'll be no speed difference in them at all. But here they come, and you can see Bruce Anstey, the yellow dot on the helmet there as they come into the fastest part of the circuit, 180 miles an hour, and then jam those brakes on down to University. 1st gear. 1st gear, left-hander onto the link road. Trying to get the power on as early as possible without spitting them over the handlebars, over the link then towards the Ballysally roundabout now, and really it's going to be whether they can catch Farquhar. Farquhar's come out of the traps, absolutely a man on a mission. He's already halfway around the Ballysally roundabout before the trio of TAS bikes come into focus. Well, we know those Kawasaki's are fast, but they'll shortly be in the slipstream, and there's a rider down here. That's
that looks pretty sore to me. Well, that is Michael Sweeney, I think, on the 36 bike that's gone down there with Damien Malidi as well. So 36 and 44, that's Michael Sweeney and Damien Malidi.
Now look at that lead that Ryan Farquhar has. He has a huge gap. Whether they'll be able to get in the slipstream will be another matter, but the 3 TAS bikes in line astern. Bruce Anstey at the front of that pack as they go through there.
Mathers Cross, the infamous Mathers Cross. We're exiting it with Alistair Seeley now on the number 1 bike. He's going to pick up big slipstream now. It's all slightly downhill towards Macroboy and then on to Metropole. But Macroboy is going to be the next big braking area. Well, he hardly used the slipstream there, Steve.
Well, I don't think he needs to. He's only a tiny little lad, isn't it? They call him the wee wizard. He's on the outside. He's on the right line. But there was Anstey on the brakes just that bit later. Wow, and here we go. Number 8, Ryan Farquhar on that Kawasaki is already about 10 bike lengths in front.
Mind you, Alistair Seeley, big bruising he's got after that big off before. Well, that was a run down to Mathers before when he hit Keith Moore. You saw it earlier. What? Unbelievable that he's actually out racing, let alone competing at this level.
Quite extraordinary. I've never seen an accident go on for so long. Down towards the Metropole. Again, right down through the gears. You can see the bike snaking, the front end dip down as they go through here. Hook it up through the left-hander and a bit wide there. That was for Anstey.
Cutting it back though and looking for the drive up towards Church. I wonder if he'll try and slide it under Seeley there. Church corner then. Slightly modified on the inside. Nice and neat, Ryan Farquhar. I've got to say, looking really good. Oh, that's a bit close to the curb.
Yeah, Farquhar is an excellent rider around this circuit. We know how good he is, but that Kawasaki, they're known as being a bit of a beast, but boy, they've got some speed. They are very, very fast. Number 4 there, Ian Hutchison. He's come off the 4th row and right in the mix.
Guy Martin, you saw there briefly as well. Number 2, Keith Moore. We're back on board with the 8 bike though. Ryan Farquhar, 33 years old now. Knows this track well. Got the right kind of experience and knowledge of the Northwest 200 to make it work for him. Tips it in to the chicane.
And it's tricky and a very fast approach into that chicane, because also that's the backwind part of the circuit today. There is the number 1 bike, Mr. Seeley, going very well. It's just extraordinary he's out there riding this fast after that massive accident.
Guy Martin on the number 7 bike looking to try and make some room up as well, but you have to say that is the most impressive part of it. Ian Hutchinson we saw there from Bingley, he's on the Paget's bike of course. Over the line then. Being closed down now by Seeley. Seeley is closing Farquhar down, and he's not dragging the other TAS boys much with him, is he? He's just managing to make a break. 1st and 2nd braking now on Bruce Anstey in 3rd place.
There goes Connor Cummins, number 19, 77, Les Shan, and number 10 is Gary Johnson on the Robinson concrete machine.
And there's number 19 going through it, William Dunlop, of course, from Ballymoney, so keep an eye on William as well. He'll be looking to try and add to his toll this week so far. Michael Rutter, by the way, incidentally, started in the second wave. All sorts of problems for Michael Rutter in qualifying. The weather really put paid to his Superstock best start.
Seeley now right on the back of Ryan Farquhar, as there it is as they head into the Mill Road roundabout, breaking down again, another first gear part of the circuit. Anstey's on the inside
and grabs it. Number 4 then, Ian Hutchinson goes through, moves up a place. Jan goes through. Gary Johnson in a little bit of a mess there, couldn't slow it all up and lost time, and you need that drive out of that corner to follow it all the way up the hill. You lose drive there and you're going to lose a few miles an hour. On board with Bruce Anstey. Anstey being slipstreamed and passed there to his right shoulder. One of his teammates, I believe.
Yeah, I think that almost certainly was Cameron Donald that went past him again at Station Corner. That is absolutely flat out. They just grabbed 6 after that corner. It's about 160 miles an hour head under the screen.
Still Farquhar out front, and he is the target for Alistair Seeley. We're on board. He's surely going to get in the slipstream and make a pass by the time we get to University. Up to 185 mile an hour. He'll get a slingshot here and gets a slingshot out to the white line. Just hear him hook that gear. And so the number 1 bike, Alistair Seeley, TAS Suzuki, go to the front for the first time. Ryan Farquhar, well, he might come back at him on the brakes as far as University is concerned. Doesn't though. There's obviously waved hands. There's a yellow flag here at University. That will be a problem. Yes, there is obviously a big accident here, and that will cause the riders to slow. In fact, that might even be a red flag situation, by the way, the amount they were waving. No, it's not. We continue at the Ballysally roundabout.
Well, it's worked there, hasn't it, for number 1 there, Seeley. He's out in front now. It'll be interesting to see if the Kawasaki can now get in the slipstream as we head out of here. The Ballysally roundabout up towards Mathers Cross, and again they get up into 5th gear. You can hear how high the gearing is. They really have to work hard. Crosswind, the wind is a massive problem here, even these big bikes. And there it is, he's in the slipstream, he's on the inside and he's through. Look at that, 5-6 mile an hour as he goes through Mathers Cross back to 4th gear. Knee on the ground through there at about 130 miles an hour, back up to 5th now, and we're now heading off towards that Macroboy chicane area.
Incredible momentum that Ryan Farquhar carried through Mathers here. You can see how much he left Seeley behind, but that wouldn't be too surprising considering Seeley had that big problem coming up towards Mathers last time. But Seeley in the TAS Suzuki now as he moves into the braking point. I don't know whether he's actually done enough. No, he hasn't. He got alongside him almost, but discretion the better part of valour as they drop into Macroboy braking area there. Farquhar leads, Alistair Seeley in second place. This is a battle royal Superstock style.
Well, Seeley knows that if he can get in the slipstream here, the easier place to pass is down at the Metropolitan. He's on the outside now, going down. He'll try and switch back in a minute. Down the hill we go for another very, very fast part about the crossroads. There it is on the brakes.
Not done enough. Not done enough. I think Ryan Farquhar, he was quite crafty there. He kept that inside line all the way down there and made Alistair Seeley look at the outside line.